What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Welcome to a video where I try your tunes. So you guys have sent me tunes in one of my previous videos, basically some share codes, and I'm gonna pick them at random out of the comments and I'm gonna try them. If you're new to the channel and you enjoy the content, please subscribe. Helps you out a lot. There's only like 35% of you guys that are actually subscribed to the channel or watching the video right now. There's only about 35% of you. So if you're new to the channel and you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Helps a lot, like I said. Like the video and do all that sort of stuff as well. And if you want your share code to be possibly seen in the next video, put it in the comments of this video. And there could be a chance that I'll try it in the next one. Now, what you watched in the background right there was an idea from one of my viewers in the previous video. They said, you know what would be a really cool idea for a series? Sorry, let me change the cool idea to an absolute dog idea. Basically, try out just to put some random numbers in there and see what you get. It'll be so fun, you know, it'll be so fun to do that. I spent the last 15 minutes just mashing my fingers against the keyboard and hoping for the best, and nothing comes up. Do you understand how many variations of numbers there are? I thought I could get lucky. That's the main reason why I've done it. There is no chance I'm finding a code to play with, like a random code. So please, I'm sorry. I'll just say that now. I'm sorry. I even replied to that comment saying it's not a bad idea. It was a terrible idea. It was a terrible idea. I'm not going to find anything. The codes are also shared with the design codes as well. And probably like the map codes. So I'm probably typing in like map codes or design codes and stuff like that. And it doesn't really make a difference because I can't tell the difference. Because they're all the same. You know? Regardless. Terrible idea. I'm never doing that again. I've wasted 15 years of my time doing that. And I'm never getting that back. You know? Anyway. I'm going to go ahead, pick a random tune that you guys have sent me. An actual tune, right? Not a random tune, but an actual tune that you guys sent me from builds that you've done that you want me to try out. And we'll play with them. So, let's get started with that. Right, so we got a rally car for our first build. So one, that's not a one at all, is it? 141227066. Please be an actual working tune. Oh, it's been so long since I've actually seen that. Another 944, but it's, well, actually this is a, sorry. It's not another 944. This is a 944. But it's a 1989 944 turbo. For some reason, it's an A, so it was engine swapped. It's not the same engine that it was in before. Okay. And it's a rally build. I'm up for it. I'm up for it. I mean, we have the same sort of Porsche. I feel like as soon as people see a car that I've used in like one of my previous videos, they just simply go, I have a car that looks like that. I'm going to send the same code. You know what I mean? Like, it's the same thing. Someone literally just said in the comments of one of my videos as well. Since you like Porsches so much, only drive Porsches, let me send you mine. Like, how boring would it be to just keep doing the same cars over and over again? Anyway, 944. I'm not slewing people that are sending me tunes like that, but it's funny because I can see the way it sparks their like, I guess, memory or knowledge or whatever of specific things, and it's just kind of funny. But yeah, 944 turbo. Okay, let's put the tune on it and see what it's like. It's very similar to the car that I've used in the previous video. That's what makes it funny. You know what I mean? Yeah, obviously ours is not going to sound like that. I'm pretty sure downloaded that tune. I did, and a rally for the easy rally drive. Apparently this person used it with sim steering. Weird. And also it's first prop 2, so please take it to a race. I can see how it did. Fair enough, fair enough. He also said he tested it around the quarry area, and that I should go around there to try it out. I mean, I feel like the quarry is not really the best of places to go ahead and try this out. However, if he did say that, I'm down to try it out. And I'll do speed traps to speed zones and stuff like that. And actually, no, I'm not going to do that, am I? I'm going to do a dirt racing series event just because I feel like that's going to, you know, I guess put this car in its place. So the car is over here, obviously. But do I go and I mean, this is mostly on, it's not really on the dirt. That's kind of on the dirt. This is also kind of on the dirt. This is one of them I'll probably kind of use. I do like this. See, this section here is probably one of my favorite ones to use it on. So I'm probably just going to do that instead of entering it in a race. This person said he tuned it for the rally state, or not for the rally, for the quarry area, so I'm gonna try and mess around with it here and just see what it does, pretty much. Sounds pretty interesting. I'm not a sim steering, but this thing definitely turns in very quickly. Even without sim steering. This is like more off-roading than actual rallying, so I'll definitely want to take this thing to a track. I feel like the 500 odd horsepower I think that it has now is perfect for it though. I really like that. I like that it's not overly powerful, you know, it doesn't have like 1000 plus horsepower like a lot of cars do in my videos. And I really like that. I like the difference in power. I don't want it to like be, you know, overpowered all the time. Let's see what the sim steering does. Oh, I got a new wristband. Sick. Brilliant. What am I doing? I'm like clicking everything except for the thing that I need to actually click. Sim steering, put that on. Right, come on. Can't really tell much of a difference actually with sim steering on dirt. The front end goes a little tighter now, but that's about it. Let's go up here. Let's go up here. Let's see what this is like. I'll keep going all the way around this way. But again, this isn't the correct section. Like, I shouldn't be driving it here. I feel like this is like the place where this dude tuned it. Yeah, it's just a little bit more twitchy and that's it. That's what I'm saying. This isn't the best place to tune cars for. If you're gonna build rally cars, build them for like proper place. I feel like this is just too flat. Sorry, not too flat, but like the roads themselves or the tracks themselves, the trails, they just don't seem as good as something like this, for example. Bring them over here. Look at the amount of corners and stuff like that here. And you can adjust your suspension and you can adjust your gear ratios and stuff like that for like longer corners or tighter corners and all that. So I'm gonna try it here. I don't know if I want to drive it with sim steering though, because sim steering just feels like it just feels twitchy, like a bit too twitchy for my liking. So I'm just gonna drive it with the normal steering. ABS off, that doesn't really make too much of a difference. I'm used to driving with ABS off. I just usually drive with it on just because, I mean, it's an arcade game, so who cares, you know? I'm not trying to be competitive or anything like that, so. Like, it doesn't want to slide a lot, which is good. It just seems like the diff is, like, built well enough. Yeah, the diff is built, like, just good enough that makes you want to go faster at corners, you know what I mean? Instead of actually going sideways around corners. Tap of the handbrake there as well. I'm trying to force this thing to go sideways. I mean, you can if you want to. But closer to the end of your corner, pretty much, it will start straightening up. Because it does realize you go sideways and it's like, no, correct that, correct it. It's good. It's a good tune. Yeah, I like it. Oh. For some reason I forgot I didn't have ABS on, so I'm just there sliding in a straight line. Yeah, I feel like power is just perfect for this car. It doesn't need more power. I do like this build. I genuinely do. This person did a good job. For your first proper tune, I definitely do like this a lot. What can you do to make it better? I'm trying to think here. Maybe a tiny bit more downforce. Maybe add some winglets. Add, like, I don't know. Like the splitter probably does something. You know, like you probably made it so it does something. Maybe a little bit more downforce. just a tiny bit, and I'd be very happy with it. Even if it's ugly to add a wing on the back of this thing, just do it anyway. Just do it anyway, and it'll handle even better. Oh god, I'm understeering. But yeah, overall, very, very, very good tune. Especially for your first build. Nice. Yeah, 944 turbo. Well, it's not even turbo anymore, it's an NA. I don't even know what engine's in this thing. Is it just the old 3.3 liter? I don't know, what's in this? Probably just another Porsche engine, right? Anyway, yeah, good tune. I'm gonna move on. Someone else's, but I like this one. Now, someone else sent me another tune here, and it's for an M2. I mean, I gotta show love to the M2. M2 is one of my favorite little cars ever. I love the M2. I always love the M2. I'd love one in real life, as with a lot of M cars. But I like how small it is. I like how. Don't like how it sounds in this game. But I like how small it is. I like how bulky and wide it is and stuff like that. Like all the M cars, and yeah, it's just a really, really cool car. Now, apparently this person sent me a tune for this, so let's go check it out. Put it in here. So you got 304 088 499. Boom. Put that on. Rear wheel drive drift build, 1000 horsepower. A little iffy with that one. It's LS swapped again. But 1000 horsepower going to the rear wheels. At least he's kept it rear wheel drive, which I kind of like. That is good. Drifting an LS swapped M2. We'll see what this is like. We'll see what this is like. Obviously, I have to bring it to the native climb. I mean, how else am I going to test this thing out? Like, if I just keep it on the roads here, I just feel like it's not going to be good enough. Wheels are too big already. That's the one thing. Oh, no, they're not. No. They just looked big. They looked big when I was just normally, like, spectating this thing. Okay. Does the M2 have those little winglets in this game? Or are they, like, aftermarket? Because if they're aftermarket, that's actually kind of cool. There's little carbon, like, M performance bits all over it. I like it. Okay. Weird. I actually never noticed the little carbon bits on this. The small form factor of this car is what makes it fun, you know? Like, I'd rather have something like this over a hatchback any day of the week. That's why even the RS3s and stuff like that, I'd 100,000,000% get the saloons or get the sedans or whatever over the hatchback versions of them. Like, I just feel like hatchbacks are, I don't know. Hatchbacks I associate with either a car that you're using to try to save money, or a car that you're, like, basically you're buying, like, you know, like a hatchback, like a small car, you know, cheap to run, cheap to tax, cheap to insure, stuff like that. And you know, it should have thin tires because, again, it's a cheap car. You're just trying to have a little bit of fun with it. Don't get me wrong, I do like hot hatches, right? I owned a hot hatch before. I do like them a lot. But the form factor, like the small coupe or the small saloon cars, for some reason I really, really like. For example, RS3, the CLA 45 AMGs, you know, the M2, obviously M235s, M240s, etc. I really like the small form factor, like, to have like a boot, pretty much. I really like that. But yeah, I definitely need to take this over to the native climb, by the way. All right, I'm back from thumbnail hunting. Let's hit this. See what it's like. I mean, I've driven enough M2s to be able to, like, control these with high horsepower rear wheel drive. It doesn't feel like a lot was done to the suspension. I feel like the person just added sort of drift suspension and power, and that's about it. So it doesn't feel like there's much difference between between stock drift suspension and what this person did to it, pretty much. So maybe he didn't do much. Maybe he just upgraded the car. Which, don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining because, again, super easy car to drive. 1,000 horsepower going to the rear wheels. Drift suspension basically just increasing my... That's cool. I love those 190s. But yeah, drift suspension just increasing my steering angle, and it helps a lot. But again, like I said, I don't feel like much has been done to this car after the upgrade. You know what it feels like? You know what I do my builds and I sort of like test it out before I end up adding a tune to it? That's what this feels like. It just feels like the changes were so minimal where there either has been changes. I would have had to driven this thing stock. Or, you know, after the upgrade, or before the upgrades. No, before the tune, but after the upgrades, if that makes sense. 452,000 or 454,000. I mean, like I said, M2 is always a car that I love to drive in this game. Small form factor makes it super nimble and agile, and it's just fun to drive. So this is no exception. 1,000 horsepower going to the rear wheels. I thought it would be a little bit too much, but I think it's just enough. I think it's fine. You know, in a video game like this, for example, where everything has thousands of horsepower, it feels fine to drive. It's really easy to place where you want to. I love it. I really do love it. Well, thank you everybody for the tunes. I'm definitely down to try some more of them in the next video. If you want to send them to me, simple. Get your share code, send it to me. If you don't know how to get your share code, just Google it. You know, I still see comments like, I don't know how to get my share code. Here's the name of my tune. I'm not going to search it. I'm literally picking share codes. Because I know for a fact that people will spell it incorrectly. Which is, here's the thing. I have people in the comments of my videos still putting share codes in that are wrong, right? I go and I search them and nothing shows up. So, I mean, sure, what's the point? Like, check if it's correct. But, yeah, I'm done with these tunes. And thank you, everybody, for watching. I really do hope you enjoyed it. Now, I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.